Hey, I like movies. And ever since a certain virus showed up, it seemed like the movie industry was struggling to get itself out of a sort of hole. Now, to be fair, for about 2 of those years, it felt as if 2020 was only a few months away, and there were still notable COVID incidents during that time. 2023 sort of felt like the first baby steps back into the way things used to be for the movie industry. And now, with 2025 being done, I can finally say, it's back. It's all back. You may be wondering, how do you know? Well, weird as it may seem, it's because of the advertising. For example, this year you could go to a Dairy Queen, buy a Superman Blizzard, and be surrounded by cardboard cutouts of Superman telling you, go watch Superman. Truly, capitalism at its finest. Okay, so the advertising is good. But how about the movies themselves? That's why we're here. We're going to be going over every movie I watched from 2025. And to give it a sort of order, I'm just going to be going through by the months they were released in. I'm also going to be giving them a little rating with my thumb. Okay? Cool. Let's start. January. We just have one movie from January. And oh boy, is it a great movie for us to start this video with. This movie is pretty much everything I would have wanted from a Dogman adaptation. It's got a great art style, it's got some things from the books while also adding some new things to make it more unique, and the voice casting is perfect. Pun unintended, by the way. And I mean, there isn't any way this movie could get any better. So thumbs up. February, the best month. Well, there's also only one movie from this month, and it's Paddington in Peru. I quite like this one. It's about a nice, sweet little bear. Thumbs up. March. So, The Electric State. You know this movie. It's generic. You can predict what's going to happen. You know how it's going to end. You've seen this movie so many times without watching this specific movie, if that makes sense. However, I do really like the art style, which really has nothing to do with the filmmakers. It's more of just a compliment to the guy who wrote the book. There is this one theme, sort of, in this movie that I'm pretty sure is more in the book, that is also in Ready Player 2, which makes me think that this book was so good, it just stole from Ready Player 2. But we're not talking about the book, we're talking about the movie, and this theme basically non-existent. I mean, all this movie made me want to do is read the book, which really isn't what you want to do when you make a movie. So it gets a sideways thumb, you know, it's mid, sideways thumb. April. Finally, a month with more than one movie I saw. And I'm only going to be talking about one of them. The other one was good, by the way. I have a whole video coming out about that. Just you wait. Anyway, Warfare. It's genuinely one of the few movies where I watched it and thought, did I just waste my time? It's boring in a way where it makes you think it's leading up to something good, and then it just ends. The only other movie I can think of that made me feel this way was The Power of the Dog. Watching this movie is kind of just like a waste of time. It kind of just sucks. Thumbs down. May. Fountain of Youth is another pretty generic movie. There's this whole twist villain that they don't really try to hide. And the main character's last name are Purdue. Wait, Purdue? Fuck the Purdues! This movie doesn't get a rating just because of that. Fuck the Purdues! Fuck this movie. Fuck the Purdues. The Phoenician Scheme. The best way I can think of to describe this movie is that it's a Wes Anderson movie. I haven't seen many of his movies, but he really has a style, and I quite like it. Thumbs up. June. The first month where it starts to get kind of long. How to Train Your Dragon, but not fully animated. Okay, so there's no point in watching this movie. It's a thumbs down. The only thing that makes it good is the fact that the original's good. But this movie apparently seems to have the idea that if something's fully animated, it's not good. So that's why there's only been 2 static images on your screen for the review of this movie. This is a thumbs down. don't bother watching this. Just go watch the original movie. Because in the original, they have all this cool stuff, and they don't feel the need to have this random relationship between Snotlout and his dad. Thumbs down. Ballerina. I think this movie may have flopped, and I don't know why. It has John Wick in it, and they don't make the main character better than John Wick. Like, as soon as John Wick shows up, he just destroys the main character. She doesn't even have much of a fight. He just shows up and drops her to the ground. I mean, this movie also had, like, this really cool scene with fire. It's just a good action movie. It gets a thumbs up. It's a good action movie. Thumbs up. K-pop Demon Hunters! Now, I'm sure I'm going to mention this movie again on my channel, but let me just rant a little bit as to why I like this movie so much. You see, I had been meaning to watch this movie for a few months, so I somehow avoided any and all spoilers online before I watched this movie, when I finally did watch it in October. And in doing that, I went into it completely blind, not even knowing what to expect. And holy shit, was my mind blown. The story was way more mature than I thought it was gonna be, and the art style was just beautiful. Like, I loved it. When I finally watched this movie, I understood what most of the hype was about. Not all of it, but most of it. Definitely a thumbs up for me. July. Fantastic Four. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. It's definitely one of the better Marvel movies. Not the best, but like nowhere close to the bottom half. It's an entertaining action movie. It's an entertaining Marvel movie. The thumbs up. Yeah, thumbs up. Jurassic World Reboot 2. I mean, Rebirth. Well, after watching this movie, it made it the second Jurassic World movie I had ever watched. And the second one I watched in theaters for some reason. I still don't know why I've done that. This movie's not that good. It's really mid. Sideways thumb. Heads of State. This movie has a scene where a person by the last name of Kirk, and turns people against each other for their own gain, gets shot in a large gathering of people. A large gathering of people they have organized. This shit came out 2 months before. I don't know how they did that. I really don't know how something could be that prophetic. Like, that's just an insane prediction to make 2 months before it actually happened. But other than that, this is an action movie that you turn your brain off for it. And sometimes that's exactly what you need. Thumbs up. Happy Gilmore 2. This is a good sequel. I didn't think it would be, but it is good. It's quite entertaining. Plus, it's fun to try and name all the celebrities that are in it. Like, why are there so many celebrities in this? But I guess that just adds to the fun. Thumbs up. August. Bad Guys 2. Honestly, while watching this movie, I forgot that Diane was a fox and not a kangaroo. Why is she built like that? Anyway, this is a great movie. It has amazing animation. Thumbs up for this one. The Naked Gun. The new one. This movie's really funny. It holds up to the original, and the opening scene is just great. I heard some people say they don't like it, but this isn't their channel, it's mine. I'm giving up a thumbs up. September. The Long Walk. I'm not a fan of horror movies. I have to admit I covered my eyes through a decent amount of this, so maybe I'm not the right person to review this movie. But I did quite like it. I mean, this movie gets you attached to the characters, even though you know they're going to die. The whole concept is that they're going to die. You still feel connected to them and feel really sad when they get brutally murdered on screen. Thumbs up for sure. October. Spoopy month. Tron. Ares. Okay, so I know a lot of people didn't watch this movie, and I don't know if that was because people don't like Jared Leto, or they thought it was going to be pro-AI, or just nobody gives a shit about Tron. It was probably a combination of all three, if I'm being honest. However, this movie's actually pretty good. It's got great visuals, cool ideas, and a pretty great soundtrack. Even though I'm pretty sure they just used the same 2 songs throughout the whole movie, it fits pretty well with the vibe of it, and it's a pretty good soundtrack on its own. I'd say this is a good movie. I'm sure I'll watch it again in the near future, so it gets a thumbs up. November! This is the much better Amazon action movie of the year, so it gets a thumbs up because of that. However, for some reason, there's this parody of Elon Musk in there. I don't really know why. Maybe it's just Jeff Bezos being a little bitchy billionaire. And he was probably just trying to get back at an opposing billionaire. Really, just real petty stuff. This guy doesn't contribute anything. There's no reason for him to be here. I don't know why he's even still on my screen. But the movie itself is good. It's a good movie. You should watch it. Thumbs up. Knives Out 3. Wake up, dead man. This movie is definitely my favorite out of the Knives Out trilogy. It's much better than the second movie, which to me isn't saying anything at all, really. I don't like that one. But it's a good murder mystery. It's got some humor. And that's just a perfect combination for me. Thumbs up. Thumbs up all the way. I quite liked it. The Running Man. Now, I didn't watch the original movie or read the book, so I don't know how this movie compares to those. But I really like it, so I'm giving it a thumbs up. You know, it doesn't need to be a good adaptation of anything in order for it to be a good movie. This is the one movie that I would give a recommendation for in this video. If you can watch it, I think you probably should. December. Okay, so I feel like this video is getting a little long, so this is kind of going to be a lightning round. I'm just going to be going through these last few ones pretty quickly. FNAF 2, Electric Boogaloo. I mean, this is a great FNAF adaptation. It's everything you would want from a FNAF movie, with the exception of Mr. Hippo. Thumbs up. I hope to see Mr. Hippo in the next movie. Oh, what fun. I think the only reason you would have to watch this movie is just with a group of friends just to shit on how stupid the characters are. Kind of like you would with a horror movie. But if you're just watching it as a Christmas movie, thumbs down. I mean, it's not very good, but the characters are so stupid, it's actually kind of funny sometimes with other people. Not alone. Don't watch this alone. SpongeBob Search for SquarePants. I mean, this movie's really sexual for some reason. If you just watch the trailer, you'll know why. But other than that, it is a pretty good movie, so I'm giving it a thumbs up. Avatar 3, Fire and Ash. Okay, so this movie has great visuals. It's rather pretty, and I really like how they made the Colonel and Jake just complete... well, they're very similar to each other. I think that's a nice touch. Thumbs up. So that's the movies I watched this year. I thought about adding in shows too, but that just turned into me glazing Andor, and this video is long enough already. So that's why they're not in here. With that, the soup of the day is butternut squash. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day.